Hello, this is Nancy and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to have two DIYs for Valentine. The first one is the puffy heart, which is the styrofoam heart from Dollar Tree that they're carrying now. It's about 6 inches wide. And also these fabric packs that I also got at Dollar Tree. Each of the strips are 2 inches by 22 inches. They have 3 different styles that at my Dollar Tree that I found. And I'm using this one with the pinks. You could easily use these strips to make a nice placemat for your table. They're big enough to make one, or to make a mug rug, which I'll probably make one later. So I'm going to cut these strips down into 1-inch pieces, and then I'm going to use some Mod Podge and decoupage the pieces onto the heart. I like that they're cut in 2-inch strips already, so you don't have to do a lot of cutting to get the pieces you need. I was trying to save time and cut through all 7 layers at one time, and it actually took me longer to cut. So don't do like I did. Cut two or 3 layers at a time. And now to decoupage. I'm adding the Mod Podge, and then I'm adding the fabric, and then the Mod Podge over that. And I do that throughout both sides of the heart. So do one side, let it dry completely, then turn it and do the other side. And I'm just grabbing, random pieces, as long as they don't have the same pattern next to each other. Is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for to make it like a crazy quilt on the heart. Then once the first side is dry, we go on to the next one. And once that's dry, I'm going to use my gel pen, Jelly Roll pen. I'm not sure where I got it, either Walmart or Michael's. They were on clearance somewhere. And the dark fabrics that you see there, I'm going to make some stitches around it. And also the dark pinks to make it look like a stitch quilt. You see later in the video where I'm doing the stitching now, I'm actually going to cut a 2-inch square out of that center of that heart. So I would suggest to do the cutting first and then the decoupage. And here I'm using the 2-inch wood squares that I got from PANDAHALL Selected to cut the square out of the center of this heart. And since I did it after the fabric, so it's going to be a little bit harder to cut. But just take your time, get a sharp blade, and just cut through. Warning, it does make quite a mess, so just be on the lookout for that. And on the styrofoam on the inside, I'm painting it with the hot pink from, oh, what's called, from Apple Barrel. It's called Diva Pink. So that's what color I'm using to paint the inside. I do paint the sides as well, but also at towards the end you'll see that I changed that up to paint it black. It sort of makes it stand out better. These little woodcut squares from Pandahall Selected come in handy. They come in a pack of 120, so I have to come up with a bunch of projects for that. They have sent me a code for my subscribers. I'll have all that link in their website as well at the bottom, along with the item that I used. I didn't film it, but I did paint two sizes of beads, different colors, black and pink, and then the white ones are smaller. I'm going to use it as a hanger. I'm poking a hole through the top of the heart so I can insert the end of the garland, and then after that I put a piece of fabric so that you don't see the hole, so that it looks seamless. Here where you see where I glued the little piece of fabric over that hole, and then I do the stitching around that as well, so you can't tell that it's there. And here I'm taping off the little square that I put on the inside, and also the outside edges of where that opening is, so I don't get any of the black paint on those areas. And once that's dry, I just pulled off the tape. And it does make a big difference with the black paint. I'm using the Waverly chalk paint in ink, and for the bead I also use the Waverly chalk paint in white. And the pink beads are also the Apple Barrel Diva Pink. What would you do to this decoupage heart? I wasn't sure what I was going to make it for, and my husband suggested to cut a square out of the center. And then I decided, hey, I could put a little picture there. But my printer's not working, so I just put a little stamp that says photo, place photo here. And now I'm going to do the love sign from Dollar Tree. It's like a MDF type board. I know you've seen these made many different ways. I'm using scrapbook paper here, but wait till towards the end you can see what I've added to it. I want the L and the V to be full letters, so I'm extending the lines so that way when I cut the scrapbook paper, I know where to cut the paper to. I chose to use the red, white, and black patterns for these letters. So I'm taking my paper cutter and cutting down the letters as I measure each one, and then I glue it on with my art glitter glue. And then once the letters are all glued on, then I turn it on the other side to trim it out. I cut the V a little short, so I'm going to be painting the edge there on both sides with the black Waverly paint, which actually, happy accident, it gives it a more definition when the paper's on. Now here's the last paper all down. Now I'm going to flip it to the back and start trimming it out. When you're trimming this out, make sure that you have a nice sharp blade and that the glue has completely dried, because if you don't let the glue dry, it will rip the paper. Thank you for supporting my channel. I'm almost at 4,000 now, so when I get there, keep a lookout. I'm going to be doing another giveaway. And now on to me cutting the rest of these letters. Like I said, make sure that your blade is sharp because it makes it a lot easier, especially on these curved sides. It just glides right through it. Now with the Waverly chalk paint and ink, I'm painting the sides of the letters and also the back of the letters. with the Tim Holtz Distress inks and black soot, I'm distressing the edges of the letters, which for some reason got deleted. But you see me starting here. Then I'm using another sheet of paper that I got from, I believe, Hobby Lobby, that has roses on it, and I traced the letter, I mean the O, the inside of the O, onto the paper, and I'm putting some hard glitter glue now on it and putting that in the back. And I don't show it, but on the back of it, so it looks nice and clean, I got another piece of that I Love You paper and put it over that heart on the back. Okay, right there you can leave it, or you can continue like I did. I drew a line on the center of the letters on top, and then I'm going to be using my Wen rotary tool with the cutting blade, and I'm going to cut a slit on the top of all these letters. It's kind of time consuming, but I think I like the effect at the end. Don't try to cut through at one time. It's easier if you do little at a time, until you get to the depth that you need. I cut down about 3/4 of an inch from the top. So I'm going to be sliding some pictures on the top edge here. Now I'm adding my gorgeous husband onto this black paper that I'm going to use as a mat, and then I'm going to use my We Are Memory Keepers layering guides, so I can have an 1/8 of an inch border evenly on all 4 sides. I love using these layering guides because it comes with a pack of 3, so you have a total of 6 different widths to put on your pictures. I'm going to take a moment here to say, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you're liking this content, give it a thumbs up. Share with your friends. Leave a comment below. What would you use your love sign for? Or what papers or colors would you add to yours? To this picture on the bottom, I added a piece of cardboard about 1 inch wide at the bottom, because the groove on the letters is too wide and the pictures kept on leaning back. So adding that piece of cardboard makes the picture stand up straight. Here I'm showing you, if you don't want to cut that groove on top, you can glue a piece of cardboard to the back and put glue at the bottom edge and on the sides, not the top edge, because you want to be able to slide your picture from the back in there. So the picture will have to have more of a bottom, extra bottom, so you can see the whole picture. The sign stands on its own, but I'm adding a couple Jenga blocks on the back just for so it won't be so wobbly, and I painted those black as well. So stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and until next time, be brave, be strong, and create with love.